Hey everyone, I'm really sorry it's taken me so long to getting around to doing this Interstellar review, but the truth is, I just did not know what to say about this movie, but it's time to get it all out, so here we are. Here's our review of Interstellar. So with Interstellar, the trailers were actually really vague about what the movie was about. All we knew was that Matthew McConaughey had to leave his daughter, Murphy, and he had to go off to space on some mission to save mankind and find another planet for us. Essentially, yes, that's what it's about. But the trailers did an absolutely amazing job. I cannot give enough credit to the marketing team for this movie, because the trailers gave you the basis, and there's like a good 60% in this movie that they did not reveal. There is so much more to this movie than the trailers let on, and there's always a compliment, because what we saw in the trailers was intriguing. It made us want to see the movie, but at the same time it only gave us the smallest of glimpses, so good work guys, pat on the back for you guys. I guess one of the big things on everyone's mind is, how did Matthew McConaughey go? It's no Dallas Buyers Club, we'll just get that out of the way first. He's not going to be winning the Oscar for this, but there could be a nomination in there. There was one scene in particular, I won't say what it was, but there was one scene where I was watching it and I was like, yeah, it's getting me. I think it's no surprise that, like, visually, like with special effects and just the way this movie is filmed, it is beautiful. Oh my god, this is a shoo-in for winning the best visual effects Oscar. I mean, this movie just looks beautiful. I can't emphasize how good this looks. If you have the option, definitely see it in IMAX. I didn't get to. I watched it on a typical cinema screen, but if you can IMAX that, definitely IMAX it. From start to finish, this movie really engaged me. Like I said, there were a lot of things thrown in that the trailers completely left out. There's one massive question, a massive mystery that goes all throughout the movie that I won't tell you about, because like I said, the trailers didn't show it. But when the ending came around, I was a little underwhelmed by the reveal. I was a little bit, so that's it. But, you know, the more I think about it, the more it makes sense, and the more I realise that was a very good ending for the film. That being said, a lot of people are saying that this movie really should have ended maybe 10 minutes earlier. I agree and disagree, because on the one hand, yeah, the last 10 minutes kind of feels like it got dragged out a little too long. The movie was, you know, wrapped up very nicely. But on the other hand, it was essential. Like, they couldn't have just cut it 10 minutes earlier. The movie would have been left feeling really like it wasn't concluded. That being said, one major problem I have with the ending, like, once again, spoiler-free review, I'm not going to say what happens in the ending, but I really feel like they were trying to set up a sequel. Like, the way it ended, it was just, you know when a movie will end and it's just trying to really set up another one, like, you know, Mockingjay Part 1 and Deathly Hallows Part 1. That's what it felt like with Interstellar, which is weird, because I'm almost certain we're not going to get a sequel. And we shouldn't. This movie should be left as it is. But, yeah, it was just really strange. I think Interstellar is going to be a lot like Inception, in the way that people exaggerate how hard it is to follow. It's a very complex idea, but in the movie they explain it really well, and they don't just, okay, there is one brief period where they throw a lot at you, but the majority of the movie, it is given to you small doses throughout the movie. You're not just thrown into the deep end and expected to be able to swim. They do well with handling all this science blubber, and just, I thought the movie did a good job of that, and people are, I think they're just making too big of a deal out of how complicated the movie is, because it's all explained. Granted, there was a scene where I had to kind of lean over to my dad and go, yeah, I got no idea what the hell that means. He explained it and I was like, okay, cool, let's get on with it. There are certainly a few surprises in this movie. About midway through, an actor pops up, and I nudged my dad and I was like, hey, you know, that looks a lot like said actor. And he was like, yeah, I agree. And then he sat up and we just looked at each other and we were like, So yeah, I'm not going to say who the actor is. You might know already. Now that the movie's out, it's been, you know, circulated. A lot of people know, but yeah, needless to say, I was blown away. Music for this movie is amazing. I think Hans Zimmer, they got to do the score just like all the other Christopher Nolan movies. It's, yeah, the music really, really hits. The only problem is sometimes the music, I don't know, maybe it was a cinema thing, but the music was too loud and I couldn't hear what the actors were saying. Especially a scene at the start when McConaughey's in the car driving and they're looking at a drone. The sound was just so loud I couldn't understand what McConaughey was saying. I've seen other people report that problem, but then others have said it was fine, so I'm thinking maybe it's just a cinema thing. I I don't know what to talk about. There's so much to talk about with Interstellar, but like I don't want to give away anything. All I can say is that I thought it was a very, very good movie. Almost like a modern day 2001: A Space Odyssey, but it won't have the cultural impact that that movie had. But I definitely think that Interstellar is a very misunderstood movie. It's going to get looked at again for the years to come, and I think it's going to build up quite the cult following. But as it stands now, Interstellar, it was a very good movie. Walking out of the cinema, I really enjoyed it from start to finish. It gripped me. I did not want to leave my seat. For the last 40 minutes, I really needed to pee. Nah, I'm watching the end of this. It was a very good movie. I'm gonna have to go 8.5. 8.4. Have you seen Interstellar? Did you like it? Let us know by commenting on Facebook or YouTube. And be sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe on YouTube. I've got it right this time. Yes. Until next time, see ya.